Okay, what's up, guys? Let's just talk ourselves through this, right? So I'm on the 5 minute chart here of the micro NASDAQ. We drew out our supply and demand zones on the higher time frames, and we have a ton of momentum and trend going to the downside. Trend and momentum are working together to the downside, but yet price is looking like it wants to break out to the upside. Right off the bat, that is a walk away, right? That is a walk away from trade, right? We don't want to go against momentum and trend, especially when they're on the higher time frames. So, what is in play here? Perhaps it is this demand zone that we drew out. Let's just take a look at it. Go out to the 1 hour chart and just slide on over. And you can see it's just a market edge that I boxed out, right? This is just a market edge that I boxed out. It's in that area of support, right? Right here comes down support, support, and support here, right? So we marked it off. Look at this 1 hour candle is turning into a very bullish candle. Um, these higher time frame demand zones on the Nasdaq seem to really be playing out very um, predictably, right? So whether price goes up to a supply zone on the higher time frame, usually ends up traveling back down against momentum and trend. So we're breaking out to the upside here. Let's go back to the 5 minute chart and watch this thing. So we've got a little 5 minute downtrend here. We're going to start to see this trend cloud signal fail, and that is one of our indications of trend reversal, right? This is one of our indications that the demand zone is holding, and we are going to start breaking out. Now, look what could happen. We could break out to the upside, pull right into trend cloud, and make another impulse down. Because look at how strong, just look at how strong momentum and trend are. Look at the 1 hour momentum, CCI below negative 100, cycling down. 3 hour CCI below negative 100, cycling down. These are very strong readings. Okay, this is what we look for. All of our components and some bonus components are met to take a breakout to the downside. However, we are in a demand zone. So this is something that, I mean, at this point, I have no idea what's going to happen. Don't even try to think about, trying to cover every variable here. Oh, it's definitely going up. It's going up as of right now, right? It's going up as of right now. We don't really have we kind of have a pseudo trend here on the 3 hour, right? We don't like seeing pseudo trends. It's either an uptrend or a downtrend. There is no in between. Why is the 3 hour time frame a pseudo trend? Because we have this green trend cloud going up, right? We have this uptrend, but price is below the trend cloud, right? Price is below an upward trend. We don't like that. We need price to be above an upward trend in order for it to actually be an uptrend, right? So we've got this pseudo uptrend going on, this huge gap down, a ton of momentum, which is the momentum is very strong to the downside, probably because of that gap, right? That gap down. So what do we do here? Well, it's just not a good situation to be in, right? You can take a guess. By all means, you can take a guess and go long on this and say, hey, I'm going to go long and take it as far as it's going to go. Maybe I even take the retest. But look what could happen as soon as price returns either to the trend cloud, or look what's right above the trend cloud right here, this little drop base drop, this little consolidation area here where price actually moved down from. Go back to the 15. And you can see there's a drop, doji drop, right? That's definitely a drop base drop. And this gap down is like one long candle, right? So it's a very strong formation here. So when price returns to this area, and look where it's returning to, it will return to that drop base drop that we boxed out. And it's also your 15-minute trend cloud that will act as resistance. And this red line here, what is this red line? That is the previous week's high or previous month's high. Let's take a look. Oh, that's got to be previous month. Yeah, previous month's high right there. So we have previous month's high inside of a 15-minute supply zone right by the 15-minute trend cloud. So we got 3 levels of resistance right here. So if you do go long, this would be your target, right? In fact, we've got a target right here as well, right? We've got a short target right here as well. If you wanted to scale out of the position, maybe you take off if you have 5 contracts of the micro. Those are the rules right now that we're in for Top Step. It would be maybe take off 2 here, take off another 2 here, and let the other one run. I don't think it's going to rip through all of this. I think we're going to get some movement here. It's going to react off of this. Maybe it pulls back, retests, and then goes to the next zone if this really wants to go up. So that is the dilemma. And I just simply, that's not something that we want to be a part of. We don't want to guess. We want 3-hour trend to be up, 3-hour CCI above positive 100, 1-hour trend to be up, CCI above positive 200. Those are the spectacular pre-market setups that we look for to really take a chance on. Those are the ones we really want to take a chance on, right? And as you know, our components really, the bare bones minimum is 3-hour CCI above the 0 line, 1-hour CCI above the 0 line, and price must be above the 50 simple on the 1 hour as well. Those are the 3 bare bones components that we need to take the actual breakout. Then we have these bonus components that we wrote into the strategy, which is cycles, right? If we have, if we have the cycle on the 3-hour and the 1 hour pointing up, that's a bonus component. If we have a bullish candle that forms the actual opening range, that's another bonus component. And then the last bonus component is when the 5-minute candle closes above or outside of the opening range, right? That's the last bonus component. So when if you want to take the most conservative trade possible, make sure all of those components are met. And you will have a very good trading day. And that's what we've been doing throughout the competition. 4 competitions so far. We haven't lost a dime of that competition money, and we finalized in the top 7% in the last competition out of 60,000 people, or whatever it was, 56,000 people. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. So we're on track to hit that $3,000 profit target on Top Step. And we're just recording the journey here. But that is my take on this right now. I just don't want to take a gamble, although it looks like this is working out nicely. But it's only one piece of information, right? It's one piece of information. The 5-minute candles is, breaking out to the upside. It looks like it's going to close above the opening range. That can't be your only trigger, right? There are some people that just use that. Hey, great, if that's what works for you, but that's not what really works for us, right? We need multiple time frame analysis. We need to see what the momentum is on the highest time frame. Where is the trend on the middle time frame, as well as momentum? We look for our bonus components, right? These are all things that we need with this trend cloud version of the opening range breakout, right? This is a modified version of the opening range breakout that we built in the Trend Cloud membership, and it works very well. So that's it for now. That is my take on this. Let's see what happens. Probably going to go up to this supply zone here and do something, but still, it's going against momentum and trend. It is going against momentum and trend, right? Trend is down, momentum is down, cycling down. We got this pseudo trend here, but momentum cycling down. My goodness, what is making this thing go up here? And obviously, this demand zone is holding, but it's just a piece of information that we can be aware of on Monday when we take a look at the opening range and trade this thing. Okay? Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Monday.